Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening into another Pitch for Switch discussion video. And this one is more of an original idea that I had come up with. And it's to, again, use the versatility of the Mii's, because you can put them in basically any setting in any game, because that's just how well they work for everything, because they are a blank slate and a representation of the player. But, and like, hear me out, everybody in Nintendo. We need a Mii brawler. And I don't mean like a Mii fighting game like I did with the Fight Me video, which had a subsequent Gamer Idea Foundry podcast, both of which I might link in the description if you want to listen to those. But here you can have an absolute beat 'em up game for Mii's, and it can play in two different styles. It could play in the Streets of Rage Final Fight X style, where you see it as a side scroller and the characters are moving up and down the screen, or it could even be done in I think it was Tekken 5, the Tekken Force mode. No, it wasn't Tekken Force. Tekken Force is Tekken 3. But the mode where you're playing with Jin by himself, where the perspective is third person and behind him. Like, you can play it from the side scroller or the third person, single player, third person perspective, where you are where your character is implanted in a world where they are basically cleaning up a torn city. And I mean, I'm not going to like worry about giving like a story or a plot or anything, because it could just be like something Nintendo just throws together. And the whole game can be fully customizable, where you are making your own custom characters out of Mii's. You're playing the game, unlocking different clothing options for them, so you can change things up. And as time goes on, they can add more stuff to the game through free updates and stuff like that, because that's how I see this working. It would be better to do that as free updates. You can set it up so that you can create your own stories, and you can set up your own backdrops and stuff for this game, and Nintendo can just keep adding to it the same way they did with stuff like Splatoon or the original Mario Maker, where they're adding in free updates to content to make the game more versatile. That's the type of stuff that they could do with the Mii's and with a brawler for Mii's. Give it two different play styles. Give it, again, the side scroller beat 'em up style, and then the over the third person camera perspective where you're playing it single player. Give both of those options, and give the player, like, give them the ability, and have two different stories. Have one that fits the side scroller, and then have another one that fits the over the shoulder thing. For the third person perspective style, you can have it set up so your characters can learn different special moves, and you can apply them to be added to, like, just make it so it's like as things go along, you can unlock additional special moves and stuff like that for your character, and they can be used in that format. Whereas with the 2D side scroller, you can give your characters a set number of moves from a varying library of different moves that they can use. Give players that option, and give people the option to do user created content, and allow them to share out what they make for others to be able to download it and to play it, and to be able to play with, like, and again, this would have to allow you to upload and download Mii's and stuff like that. But I think that with it would be super enjoyable, and it could be fun, because one, you have people playing the game because they want to play it, and they want to go back into that genre of games. And then you have people making the content for the games. You're allowing the players to make the content for the games. So you have literally infinite DLC and an infinite number of stories that can range from wacky to serious, and it could be a lot of fun. And that's something that I think Nintendo needs to bank on more, is user created content. I've said this before. I was saying this back during the Wii U. Nintendo needs to bank more on user created content, and they need to make games that allow users to create content, because it's more immersive for the user. And hey, you never know. You may find talent this way through people who can come up with very good, interesting stories and plots, and maybe make a worthwhile game out of what you give them as tools. Like, and I know that they've seen that type of stuff with Mario Maker, and they're going to see it with a link to the past. I mean, not a link to the past. Link's Awakening HD. They're going to see it with that Dungeon Maker. They're going to see that their gamers have a lot of creativity. And not everybody's going to do well with it, but if you put in a voting system, allow people to vote up the ones that they think are good and downvote the ones that they don't. It makes it interesting and fun. Hell, if they wanted to take it a step further and actually make additional money off of packs and stuff like that, then make it so that users can create content for the game, and then the game becomes its own marketplace where the people playing the game actually can make money off of playing it, because they're playing and testing and putting together their own games within this game and allowing them to sell it. Very similar to Minecraft. That's all you have to do, is give them the tools and make it available. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to drop this here, because I mean, I've put out the thought and the idea, and it's something I'm highly behind for Nintendo to do. But that's it. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me, and until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.